I-check na. Check na. If the purpose is substitution, Your Honor, we have no objection, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Proceed.
Madam Witness, you have so far again testified that Honorable Chief Justice Renato Corona and Mrs. Cristina Corona had fully paid the subject condominium unit as of March of 2004. What happened next, Madam Witness, after they had made the full payment?
At this point, Your Honor, we will object to the basis of the question. There is nothing in any of these documents that the Renato Corona being referred to is Chief Justice Corona. What the document merely says is Renato.
We will reform, Your Honor. I am just making a very respectful to that Honorable Chief Justice, the respondent in this case, Your Honor.
But we are dealing with the documents. That's why I said there is no basis, Your Honor.
Well, just let the document speak for itself.
Thank you, Your Honor. What happened next, Madam Witness, after Renato Corona and Cristina Corona had made full payment of the purchase price?
Question to General, Your Honor. What happened? They may have celebrated their 50th anniversary or what? Very general.
Let us
So
consider,
broad.
let us consider that as a preliminary question. You may answer. The witness may answer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
After full payment, sir, we executed the deed of absolute sale.
Madam Witness, one of the documents you were asked to bring to this honorable court is the deed of absolute sale. What document did you bring, if any, in connection with that directive, Madam Witness?
Sir, I brought with me an original copy of the deed of absolute sale, dated October 1, 2004.
Your Honor, we would like to manifest that the witness handed to this representation the deed of absolute sale dated October 1, 2004 between Community Innovations, Inc. and Cristina R. Corona, married to Renato C. Corona, with 3 annexes, Your Honor, Annex A, B, and C, which for identification purposes had been previously marked as Exhibit P, P-1, P-2, P-3, respectively. Again, Madam Witness, I would like to direct your attention on page 2 of this deed of absolute sale, seller, and on the signatures, there appears a signature above the printed name Neresa and Josef, attorneys in fact. Do you know whose signature is this, Madam Witness?
Just a minute. What's the date of that deed of sale?
Your Honor, the date is October 1, 2004.
Proceed.
I have a pending question, Your Honor.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, yes,
Answer
sir.
the question.
Yes, that's my signature, sir.
There is also a signature above the printed name Grace Evangeline E.F. Manankil das Santa Ana. Do you know whose signature is this, Madam Witness?
Yes, sir, that's the signature of Grace Evangeline F. Manankil Santa Ana.
Why do you know that is her signature?
I'm familiar with her signature, sir. I've been working with her in Community Innovations for 5 years.
Thank you, Madam Witness. May I request, Your Honor, the Defense Counsel to manifest that a photocopy of the deed of absolute sale is a faithful reproduction of the original, Your Honor.
Tingnan mo, pakitingnan mo.
May I request, Your Honor, the Defense Counsel to manifest if it is a faithful reproduction?
Okay. It is, Your Honor.
Thank you, Justice.
Proceed.
Madam Witness, based on the documents that were brought with you in accordance with the subpoena issued by this honorable court, do you know when was this subject condominium unit turned over to the purchaser, Cristina R. Corona, married to Renato C. Corona?
Based on our records, sir, it was deemed accepted on June 7, 2008.
Madam Witness, may we be given that copy of the letter, Madam Witness? We manifest for the record, Your Honor, that the witness handed to this representation a letter under the heading Community Innovations, dated June 11, 2008, addressed to Christina Corona, and which says, Your Honor, and I would like to quote on the last paragraph, however, we seek your understanding that this should not hinder you from accepting your unit. As stated in our previous letter to you, the computation of real property tax will be based upon the date of your acceptance of your unit, which should be on or before June 7, 2008. Should you fail to personally accept or send a representative to accept the unit, we will nevertheless deem the unit accepted and delivered on June 7, 2008. This has not been pre-marked, Your Honor, so may I request that the photocopy thereof, which I will request the defense to compare, Your Honor, will later on be marked as our Exhibit P-4, Your Honor. May I request that the photocopy of the said document be compared with the original. We request for the stipulation, Your Honor, that the photocopy is a faithful reproduction of the original.
Defense may stipulate if they want.
We have no objection here.
Thank you, Justice. We request again that it be marked as our Exhibit P-4, Your Honor.
Ito ba? Ito. Ano exhibit nila ito?
One of the documents that you were...
Wait. We are checking the document. Triple B. P. May we request, if Your Honor, please, that this exhibit triple P. Thus, for the prosecution be marked as exhibit 45, Your Honor, for the defense, Your Honor.
Mark it accordingly.
I will be on my last part, Your Honor. One of the documents that were also pre-marked, Madam Witness, is a buyer information sheet. Did you bring the original copy of the said document, Madam Witness?
Yes, sir.
We manifest for Your Honor that the witness handed to this representation a buyer information sheet, Your Honor, which is on an extended long bond paper, Your Honor.
What is the date of that document?
It seems there is no date, Your Honor, but I would like to read for the record. The project name is The Columns. The principal buyer, Your Honor, is Corona Renato Coronado. And the spouse, Your Honor, is Corona Cristina Rocco. The employment information, Your Honor, of the principal buyer, Associate Justice, Supreme Court of the Philippines, Padre Paula, Manila, and there appears signatures above or beside the name Renato C. Corona and above the printed name Cristina R. Corona. The photocopy of this document has been pre-marked, Your Honor, as our Exhibit M. May I request the defense, Your Honor, to compare that the photocopy is a faithful reproduction of the original.
No objection, Your Honor, to the proposed substitution. We admit that the Xerox copies are faithful reproduction of the respective originals, Your Honor.
Thank you, Justice.
Proceed, Counsel.
We have no other direct examination questions, Your Honor.
You want to discharge, is there any cross? Examination.
May we request, Your Honor, that we be allowed to conduct the cross-examination tomorrow? If it
Motion granted. Next witness, Mr. Prosecution Panel.
sige, sabihin mo.
The witness is discharged.
Your Honor, please.
What's the pleasure of the defense counsel?
May we request that Attorney Isguera be recognized for the defense, Your Honor?
To cross,
No, Your Honor. Only a short manifestation.
Attorney Esguerra
One sentence, Your Honor.
is recognized.
There is an accompanying note, and we would request the witness that this handwritten note dated 7 June 2008,
2000.
Your Honor, covering, it's a cover note in connection with the 11 June 2008 letter of Community Innovations to Mrs. Cristina Corona. I would request, Your Honor, that this be preserved. This particular handwritten note of Mrs. Tina Corona. And in the meantime, as provisional marking,
Are you going to preserve that as an exhibit?
yes, Your
For
Honor, just
the
provisional
defense?
for purposes of the cross-examination tomorrow. Because
Yes.
we don't want this to be tampered with, Your Honor. May we request that this exhibit be marked as this document, handwritten note 7 June 2008, with the letterhead Community Innovations, signed by one Mrs. Tina Corona, be marked as our provisionally exhibit 46, Your Honor.
And the chair, the presiding officer directs that that note be initialed by both the prosecution counsel and the defense counsel, so that there will be no tampering.
Your Honor, I will go further that, Your Honor. I would request the witness if she could submit that original, Your Honor, to the Secretariat, Your Honor. If the witness will be allowed, Your Honor.
Better still, have it initialed by both sides.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can we discharge now the witness, Mr. President, Your Honor?
If there is no,
We will conduct
You-
further cross-examination
Is there
tomorrow.
any further question on the witness? If there being done, the witness is discharged.
May we call on
Thank
now
you.
on our next witness, Your Honor?
Please proceed.
Thank you. Our third witness for the day is Mr. Greg Gregorio, the Vice.
Before we tackle the second witness, may I propose to both sides that in the case of this documentary evidence, pre-mark them together so that we will not waste time in the process of the proceeding in marking and stipulating about this documents. If that is possible, and if you agree.
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, it was our request to the defense counsels, Your Honor, that during the pre-marking, we already made the comparison that the photocopy is a faithful reproduction, but all along, and time and again, Your Honor, they said that they will make the stipulation in the floor, Your Honor. So that's why we are constrained to make the comparison when we are presenting the witness. But if the court will direct the defense counsels now to make this comparison and manifestation during the marking, we will be able, and we welcome that, Your Honor.
That is not
What
complete.
is the pleasure of the defense?
That is not completely true, Your Honor. Insofar as the birth certificates of the children of the Coronas, we stipulated on that. So to the extent that there is actually no basis for us not to stipulate, we agreed with them, Your Honor. So that is not entirely